what what are the things that men are doing wrong right now in not fulfilling their masculine self versus what it was in the past?
The first thing that comes to mind, and I know your question isn't really about dating, but this is the first thing that comes to mind. So there's a guy I'm friends with. Now, I went to school with this guy. We went to high school together. He was in my class. And we were never really great friends, but we were always very, very, very friendly and we had no problems. So I saw this guy every day from like age 11 till 16. And since leaving high school, bearing in mind I'm 43 years old now, and so is he, I've met this guy maybe a handful of times. The last time I met him, we went out for a drink about 2 weeks ago. And it was really cool. I went out for a drink with him, we were talking, and obviously I tell him about the coaching. He's been married for a long time. He's been married for such a long time that he's got children that are at the school that we went to.
Mm.
He's got teenage age children.
Mm.
You know, I think his oldest child is like 20, 21. So I'm telling him about men, and he's kind of shocked that guys really need dating coaches because in his day slash our day, he's like, well, I would just go up to a woman and be a bit of a cheeky chap and have a bit of charm, and it would either work or it wouldn't.
Mhm.
And it was just quite normal for guys to just try it. Like the percentages of men who were too scared to talk to girls back in the day was really slim. Now I was one of those guys.
Mhm.
I was literally one of them. That's why I got into this. But most men would give it a shot. Today, guys aren't giving it a shot.
Mhm.
They're not. And I think that kind of like translates to everything. Like another thing as well is like if you look at every generation from say the World War II generation to today, there's just like less aggression in them in each one.
Mhm.
So I think this idea I've had in my head is like if you had the men who were in their 20s to 40s during World War II in like a battle royal with the men who are in their 20s to 40s in the 70s and 80s, and then like the men who are in their 20s to 40s, say from 2010 to today, something like that. The World War II generation are definitely going to win
Mhm.
because they went through hardship all the time. Like, okay, here's an example. My dad has got dementia, and it's really sad. And he was this really strong man who's just been broken down by this disease. He's a shell of his former self. But what was his former self?
Mhm.
My dad, 80 years old. In all of the years that I have been that man's son, never once have I ever seen him take a day off work.
Mhm.
Not once. And he only hit me like last year.
Mhm.
He only hit me. It's like, I've never seen dad take a day off work. And I said that to my brother, like, have you ever seen dad sick? He's like, no, I haven't. Now, does that mean dad's never been sick? Nah. Really and truly, I bet dad's been sick tons of times, but he just kept going and he just soldiered through it
Mhm.
because he just believed that that was his duty.
Mhm.
So, something I've realized is that let's say you got pain, right? Like physical pain.
Mhm.
You don't have to capitulate to the pain. You don't have to. So you can be in the gym and you can be tired, right? And you're like, your legs are burning because you're on the cross training, your legs are burning. But that leg burning sensation is actually a sensation.
Mhm.
Now, the story that goes on in your head where you say to yourself, but that's not the leg burning thing. That's a different thing.
Mhm.
And you don't actually have to say, you don't have to say that at all. You can actually be, all right, well, fuck it. My legs are burning. Let's keep going. That's the whole thing that David Goggins does.
Mhm.
That's his whole thing. But the thing is, David Goggins is only special because he lived today. I'm pretty sure if David Goggins lived 100 years ago, he'd still be like pretty up there, but there'd be way more David Goggins back
Mhm.
then. Like there would be. You know, like the Spartans, right? Like the
Mhm.
Spartans were all like David Goggins, weren't they? That was the
Mhm.
point. So there's that as well, you know, to say we're too comfortable.
Mhm.
But we actually are though.
Mhm.
We actually are really comfortable. So like the modern man, it's like very, very, very timid and afraid to take a risk.
Mhm.
Very like too afraid to say, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because I'm afraid of being in the gym and being around these fitness people, and I'm not a fitness person, and I'm scared about how that's going to look, or I don't want the actual physical pain of going to the gym, or oh, I am scared to learn stand-up comedy because people are going to laugh at me, or they won't laugh at me, so to speak. Or I can't go to a salsa class because I'll be trying to dance and I'll have two left feet and I'll look stupid in front of everyone.
Mhm.
So like very, very, very afraid of facing any kind of discomfort or failure.
Mhm.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, wow. I'm actually getting into, not getting into, I've been doing dancing. Makes
mm,
me very, very uncomfortable, but I know there's a light there. There's some truth in there. I'm getting more into dancing, and it is a nerve-wracking process, but it is really like it has a lot of love in there, a lot of joy. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
And you just get better. You keep going and you just get
exactly. Yeah,
better,
yeah.
better. So that's yeah, that's what I think.
No, that's great. I like that. Really deep. Your answers are really deep, which is great. Okay, this is what I like. Cool. So